The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen.
Freedom March is powered by BTC.
A medical doctor who has been a hero in the governing Progressive Liberal Party. Then he fell out with Pinling and the PLP, and he became one of the founding leaders of the official opposition. Free National Movement is dead. Dr. Elwood Donaldson is dead at age 86. We'll talk about Dr. Elwood Donaldson. There are some very powerful stories about him that many citizens are not aware of, but I should be very, very careful as I talk about meritorious council member Dr. Elwood Donaldson, who's not attended any meeting of the Free National Movement since they bestowed upon him that wonderful honor. So we should look at that. I'm going to look at a 21-year-old Negro woman who was caught in the very act of abandoning her two Negro children. She was arrested, taken to court, and when the charges were read to her, she pleaded guilty. Today, she is serving 1 year, and I wondered whether or not the magistrate, Carolyn Vogue Evans, could not have been more merciful, more understanding, because if a 21-year-old mother has a 9-year-old Negro son, how old was she when she conceived and gave birth? It is always my duty to defend the women of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, particularly the Negro woman. So I'm going to tread lightly as I discuss the 21-year-old woman who, it is alleged, abandoned her two male children for 2 days, perhaps, to shack up with a man. And notwithstanding that she shacked up with a man, the man is free, and she is in prison. I say it is damn wrong. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. God save women in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. They have no defender, no protector, but I shall defend them. And this is powerful. God save the King. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Today is Friday, the 19th day of January 2024. For those who have supported the PLP, the 19th of January is also a day of mysticism. 9 plus 1 is 10. And you would recall that on the 10th of January, the Progressive Liberal Party celebrated majority rule. It was also the date that the PLP came to power, and if my memory is correct, it is the date that Dr. Elwood Donaldson was elected, perhaps for the first time. I just hope my memory is correct. So I'll be talking from memory lane. Elwood Donaldson is a very interesting political personality, and he is an interesting man indeed. He's the father of many Negro children here on the island of New Providence. So we'll be talking about him. And then, of course, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, they had a very interesting maneuver today. It was a maneuver designed to reinforce law and order. And today, my colleague Marcus Louis and I, we decided to quietly show up where the police had been organized and ready to move. And it was interesting that Marcus Louis turned to me and said, "Do you know what kind of operation is this that the police is carrying out?" And before I could answer him, he said, "This is Operation We Outside." And I turned to him and I said, "Marcus, you are brilliant." So today, the police carry out a powerful operation, which my colleague Marcus Louis named Operation We Are Outside. And that's powerful. So I'm chatting so that my spiritual advisor will signal me that he's ready. Are you ready, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, let's go ahead and read this passage quickly today. And of course, good afternoon. I'm here at Freedom March. Today, we're going to look at a passage in the, where am I today, Mr. Producer? Today is not one of those good days for me, but anyhow, we're in the book of Luke, are we? No, Matthew 22. Matthew 22. We're going to look at a few passages about marriage and, of course, the resurrection. Let's see what Jesus says about marriage and the resurrection. The same day, the Sadducees who say there is no resurrection came to him with a question. "Teacher," they said, sorry, we got a little disturbance. Sorry about that. Let's do this over. Sorry. Matthew chapter 22, 23 to 33. Here's what it says. Marriage at the resurrection, if there will be any. That same day, the Sadducees who say there is no resurrection came to him with a question. "Teacher," they said, "Moses told us that if a man dies without having children, his brother must marry the widow and raise up offspring for him. Now, there were 7 brothers among us. The first one married and died, and since he had no children, he left his wife to his brother. And so the same thing happened to the second and the third brother, and right down to the 7th brother. Finally, the woman died. Now, at the resurrection, whose wife will she be of the 7, since all of them were married to her?" Jesus replied, "You are in error, because you do not know the scriptures or the power of God." You are in error, because you do not know the scriptures or the power of God. Because at the resurrection, people will neither marry nor be given in marriage. They will be like the angels in heaven. But about the resurrection of the dead, haven't you read what God said to you? "I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." He is not the God of the dead, but of the living. When the crowd heard this, they were astonished at his teachings. Matthew chapter 22, 23 to 33. Marriage, there's going to be no marriage at the resurrection. All right, I end that passage today. And may the word of God forever and ever, as always, be blessed. Amen. Thank you, Mr. Medusa. God bless. Back to you,
Thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
Let's quickly look at this ad before we continue. BDC fiber is now faster, stronger, and more reliable, and available in more and more neighborhoods. Now in 80% of New Providence and Grand Bahama and counting, BDC Fiber Internet connects you constantly to everything you love at the best price in the Bahamas. Enjoy fiber internet, phone and TV for just $99.99 per watt. Sign up today at btcbahamas.com. BTC's new fiber internet plans come with the same upload and download speeds up to 1 gig. Get fiber internet, phone and TV at an unbeatable price of $99.99 plus watt. Visit btcbahamas.com to sign up now, and that is very powerful indeed. So folks, we welcome you to Freedom March, and of course it's a very interesting date. We have learned today, which is the 19th of January. Am I correct? It is the 19th.
Yes, it is the 19th, yeah.
Yes. And for PLP and for many senior people in the Free National Movement who were once a part of the struggle for majority rule. Pinling was extremely mystical, magical, as it relates to numbers during an election. An examination of the PLP history would show that they choose numbers that is either the number 10 or a number when calculated. An example is today is the 19th of January, so 9 and 1 is 10. An election may be held on the 28th of a month, and 2 and 8 is, well, 2 and 8 is what, my spiritual advisor?
10.
10. Okay? Well, it is with the greatest regret that we have learned that Dr. Elwood Donaldson, that he has passed away. And for many, many Bahamians, they would recall the early days of the Progressive Liberal Party struggle against the UBP and for majority rule, that Dr. Elwood Donaldson played a significant role. Here in the Bahamas, because it is so easy to follow politically, many of us who knows the history, who has the history, has been so lazy and irresponsible that we have not recorded the history in some instances. And so we have to depend on perhaps a person like me, who in 1967, when Pinling came to power, I would have just been 10 years old. So it's that kind of situation where, can you imagine me, who would have been 10 years old, will have to tell you the history. And I can say it in such an authoritative manner and challenge the other people to tell me where I've gone wrong. But Elwood Donaldson is dead, a great man, great citizen, who made a very significant, who played a significant role in the politics of the country. And then there was a point when Cecil Wallace Whitfield fell out with Pinling, and he went along with Whitfield, and they eventually formed the Free National Movement. An examination of the last F&M Constitution that I saw. You would recall that the F&M fell out with me, so I'm not saying the modern Constitution, but the last Constitution, Elwood Donaldson, to the best of my memory, he was in the Constitution because he emerged as a meritorious council member because of his historic role as being one of the founding fathers. Notwithstanding that the F&M bestowed that honor on him, he has never attended any council meeting of the Free National Movement since getting that honor. He's been very disgusted with them, and he's had some deep regrets with the precious time that he spent with the Free National Movement in terms of its organization, the many elections perhaps he has participated in, and the fact that in some instances he believed that he cast pearls, precious pearls, among swines. And that is not to say that all F&Ms are swines, but I'm giving you the history, and I find it so amusing that in this date and time, God has blessed me where I can tell you this is the history and see who can contradict it. So Elwood Donaldson is dead, and perhaps I have been petitioned by a Defense Force officer who has asked if he could come on the show because he wanted to discuss Elwood Donaldson and the emotional attachment that he has for Elwood Donaldson. And then, as he described to me, his emotional attachment, I quietly kept him away, but perhaps, I don't know if he's still on the Defense Force, a very wonderful young man with a wonderful story who's been very unhappy, and he would come to see me asking if he could come on the show. So I don't know, perhaps if God spare my life, and perhaps in a month's time, who knows, I might be bold and allow him to come and claim Elwood Donaldson. This is a beautiful, beautiful country. My spiritual advisor, did you know Dr. Elwood Donaldson?
I met him a few times. One or two times we had very, very interesting discussions. He was very different, I mean, in my opinion. But he was pretty much very knowledgeable, to say the least. We've had a few religious exchanges. He was spot on with a lot of things that he believed from the scriptures, although some folks saw him as being a bit different, but he was right in some of the things that he believed. But other than that, I don't know him from the political aspect. I didn't know him when he was deeply involved in politics. But over the years, yeah, we've had one or two conversations. I met him. He came into Sango Food Store a couple of times, and we spoke briefly. And that was with it, you know. He was different. He was a very much different person. Highly educated, well-versed on a lot of things, strong opinions. And I respected him for that, you know. So he's going on to the other side.
And of course, he's dead at age 86, so we want to extend congratulations. Well, that's the wrong word. We want to extend our deepest sympathies to his wife and all of his children. And then, of course, we want to offer condolences to those who joined him in the early marches of the governing Progressive Liberal Party and his eventual election as a member of parliament in the Progressive Liberal Party. And we also want to remember and to salute the Free National Movement, that notwithstanding that Dr. Elwood Donaldson didn't check for the FNM in over 30 years or more, the Free National Movement, recognizing that he was an historic part of the Free National Movement, they made him a MCM, a Meritorious Council member, and that permitted him at any time at the NGC or the Council of the Free National Meeting, which permitted him at any time the Free National Movement either was in convention or holding a National General Council meeting and or an election, he, under the FNM Constitution, could attend those meetings, vote, and participate. And of course, as the years progressed, Elwood Donaldson took on certain initiatives which my spiritual advisor has described as strange. And so today I shall let that rest. And who knows, perhaps one day when we are celebrating the histories of those citizens who have made valuable political contribution, we may just go a step further and look at Elwood Donaldson, the man. So it's powerful. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, indeed it is. What time is it, my spiritual
Well, we're
advisor?
coming to the end of this segment,
Okay.
so we just might as well wrap it up. One of the things that I had a discussion with him briefly, Dr. Elwood Donaldson did not believe that women should be preaching in the pulpit. And he was right. A lot of people don't agree with that because of their tradition, but based on the word, he knew what the word taught. And he was right. Women should not be in the pulpit preaching. He was right. I agree with him.
This is Freedom March. Let us remember the contribution of Dr. Elwood Donaldson. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King, our blessed King, King Charles III, and the entire royal family. Hold on. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. It is amazing the work of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Yesterday, the police received information that there was a house breaking taking place in an area called Malcolm Allotment. I hope I have my community correct. And so, as police arrive on the scene, a silver cube with at least 2 well-armed Negro men escaped. So the police pursued them, and they were able to successfully intercept them, and the police got a surprise of their lives when they invited the suspects to exit the vehicle. One of the suspects immediately disarmed a female officer of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Wouldn't that be scary? That if you were on patrol and you accosted a robber, and the next thing you know, he disarmed the female officer and got a gun. Well, thank God, the female officer was accompanied by a man policeman, and regrettably, he was forced to shoot the culprit who had disarmed the female officer. And of course, I really would like to meet this male police officer, for I am convinced that he must be a Christian. And according to press reports, he wounded him in his lower arms, and he also shot him in his torso. And of course, they, called for EMS personnel, who immediately took him to the Princess Margaret Hospital. The other Negro suspect, whom the police say he's well known, and he specializes in breaking into people's home and leaving with televisions and some of the best electronics. So I want to congratulate that police officer that he did not kill that man. And I want to warn fellow citizens how you could move to disarm the policeman, the police. You are caught, the police order you out, and the next thing you do is you move skillfully and disarm a police officer. And you are fortunate that the other officer did not kill you. And I submit that had he done so, he would have been justified in accordance with the laws of the Bahamas. But I thank God that in the midst of that frightening situation, the male officer did not kill the accused. So my spiritual advisor, isn't that an interesting one?
Very, very interesting indeed.
Yeah.
So it's a close call.
A very close call.
Actually, the female officer.
Yeah, I've not heard about citizen disarming policemen here in the Bahamas. That seems to be a new invention. Can you imagine it?
Overpowered her, I guess.
Well, however he did it, it was scary. And he's lucky that the other officer did not kill him. And
he's lucky the female officer didn't kill him. She, I guess.
She would not have been in a position to kill him.
So she started to move towards him. She was supposed to bam, bam.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. He disarmed her. That is the facts. But the other officer, he moved swiftly and shot him at least twice, and did not kill him, to which I think that the Commissioner of Police should give him an award for being such a good humanitarian.
What is his mental state, though?
Who's that?
The person who's wounded.
Well, he's a criminal. He robs. He breaks into people's home.
Okay.
All right. How should we describe it?
No,
He's a thief.
I just thought something was wrong with him mentally.
Yeah, but if you're thieving, something is wrong with you mentally.
Okay.
All right. So meanwhile, that happened yesterday, but today there was an elite. You have those pictures, Mr. Producer. Unit of police officers who had congregated in a strategic area of the inner city this afternoon, and myself and my colleague Marcus Louis, we decided we will monitor them. There are times when you get all kind of reports, and so we were so excited over the police's strategy as they introduced in the middle of the day saturation patrol, as they had is it called a SWAT unit? What do you call that unit?
SWAT, S-W-A-T.
A SWAT unit. And of course, I was moved to ask Marcus Louis, my assistant, what he thought about it. And he described it as Operation We Outside. And I thought that was great. I was proud of him that he saw this as Operation We, that's the policeman, outside. So I want people to know that if you saw what Marcus Louis saw today, you will describe it as Operation We Outside. The police is outside. Very, very important for us to note it. The police is outside. And our police are disciplined, they're well armed, they have the kind of technology to provide them with the kinds of assistance. So I want citizens to be very cooperative. If the police tell you to stop, please cooperate. And for heaven's sake, do not make the mistake that the man in the community of Malcolm Allotment made yesterday when he disarmed a female policeman. That is a very, very scary thing. And I'm 67. I've never thought about that. It never came to me, if the police stop me and they're heavily armed, I should disarm them. I never thought about that. I mean, it's wicked. And it is a strategy.
It's risky too.
To cause you get killed. That officer, I need to meet him. He gotta be a Christian. Gotta be a saved man. Because he could have said, I'm gonna kill this fella, and the country would celebrate with me. But praise the Lord, he did not kill the man. Now the man can be prosecuted, taken to court, and be given an opportunity of putting his defense. All right? So we thought we would tell you that. What time is it, my spiritual advisor?
We got about 17 more minutes in this segment, so we got quite a bit of time to go.
Well, I want to look at a matter in our magistrate courts. A 21-year-old Negro woman who hails from Nassau Village. She was charged for the abandonment of two of her children, two male children. One, it is alleged, is 9 years old, and perhaps the other one is maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't remember. And she was further charged with not providing food and drink for them. And apparently the neighbors became aware of it and may have played some role in terms of providing sustenance. The magistrate, this is Magistrate Carolyn Vogue Evans. She, upon reading the charges, and she asked the young lady, what does she plead? She, in humility, pleaded guilty to the charges, to which the learned magistrate sentenced her for 1 year. I think, and I'm going to say it, you see, I'm saying all kinds of things now. I think the sentence was oppressive. Here is a 21-year-old woman whose oldest child is 9 years old. When did she give birth, my spiritual
At the
advisor?
age of 12.
At the age of 12. Any woman who is caught in the very act of neglecting her children, we have to examine her. We have to look at that story. Why would a 21-year-old mother leave the children and go off? We have not examined that. And I submit that when she told Magistrate Cheryl Vogue Evans that she was guilty,
Cheryl?
Carolyn Vogue Evans, get me to keep these names correctly, my spiritual advisor. I submit that when she told the magistrate, I'm guilty, the magistrate should not have accepted the guilty plea. She should have cautioned her and said, do you know what you have admitted to? You haven't told me that you are guilty. I am going to suggest to you that you should speak to counsel. That is what I think, because I sense that there is a story that we are not getting. I felt, and I say this with the greatest respect to the magistrate, I felt it was anti-woman. I felt it was oppressive. Here is a woman. Let's look at this. And I call on women to listen to me. Here is a 21-year-old woman who goes out with a man. They know the man. She's in jail for 1 year and the man is free. And over the 2 days, everything he got appears to have been free. If we knew the story of why mothers disappear for an hour, 2 hours a day, or more, we would be more sympathetic to this woman. This is a case where if Wayne Monroe was still in private practice, I would tell him to appeal to the Supreme Court to have this woman set free. But of course, Monroe is the man who's in charge of keeping her in jail. The man who she shacked up with, what is his relationship to the children? And if I know that a woman has baby children and I take her to shack up with me, am I not a part of the crime of neglect? There's no moral responsibility to bring me before the court and say, Mr. Monker, did you remind the woman how long she been with you and she left her children home? But the woman goes to jail. And the man has gone free. I accuse this country of being anti-woman and a bunch of sissy men. I'm annoyed by that. I was upset by that. I couldn't eat breakfast no more because that is when I saw the article as I was having breakfast. I wanted to know what kind of justice this is. All right? It also reminds me of the story that Jesus gave of a woman who was caught in the very act of adultery. And what did they do? Everybody decided that notwithstanding that she was caught in the act of adultery with a man, they said, let's stone her. So today we have stoned a 21-year-old woman who went off for a day or two. Yes, she was wrong. She should not have done it. But what are the circumstances that compelled her to do that? And why is it that the man that she shacked up with is free? And it doesn't matter whether or not he is biologically the father. I submit that there is a provision of the law that makes him a co-guardian of those children. But you're an anti-woman. I regret that the magistrate did that. And if this is a case where some lawyer should attempt to rescue her and to help her, that should happen. Now the children will have to visit their mother in prison. So what has the country achieved? She ain't raped nobody. She ain't robbed nobody. She ain't thief. She ain't killed. She wasn't in the road cursing and carrying on. Yeah, she should not have abandoned those children. I submit she did it for economic reason. I submitted that she had to go find a man so she could find little food for her children. I'm annoyed by it, my spiritual advisor.
I guess when you read the story, obviously the young lady has some issues. She does have some issues. The ages of the boys, it does seem as if the ages of the boys, let's see here. Let's see here. 8 and 3?
8 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was, what, 13 when she had the first child. All right, so that says some very interesting things there. And then she was 18 when she had the second child. All right, so we need to find out, look at her background and who her parents were. Because obviously she fell through the cracks. Something happened. Something happened. We don't know the story, but something happened. And it does seem as if the children were left in an unsanitary condition in an unsanitary building.
Well, she's a poor woman. If you are poor,
Sampson Street, Nassau Village.
if you are poor, you will be living under poor conditions.
Yes.
Huh?
But couldn't she have seek some sort of a help for these two kids?
Perhaps she could have, but we don't know everything about the story. All that I believe is Magistrate Carol Vogue Evans should not have sent her to prison for 1 year and further deprive those children of their mother when she ain't robbed. Yeah, you don't neglect your children. She ain't raped. She ain't killed nobody. I'm certain she isn't known to the police. I don't like what happened to her. And I yearn for a day when there will be NGOs, lawyers, who will see these cases and say to themselves, yeah, I don't like this one. I go into court. I going to appeal this case. Because what did the girl do? She immediately admitted her guilt. She ain't run no game. She said, yeah, I leave them, I guilty. So we sent her to jail for 12 months. So Monroe is going to have to feed her in prison, clothe her in prison, and depending on what the court did with the children, the Ministry of Social Services will have to assist the children. I think an injustice took place, and I say this with the greatest respect and with not a view in any manner to, be disrespectful to the institution, to the court, and to the magistrate. But I thought that one was hard. But
there may be some missing components, as to why the magistrate, decided.
Tell me the missing components.
Well, both you and I, we weren't in the court. That's the first
Tell
instance.
us the missing component
Now,
based on...
Do you think this young lady may have been before the court before?
She may have been.
For child neglect?
I don't know.
This may have not been her first case.
It may not have been her first case.
This may have been something that she's constantly doing. It may have
So
been a trend.
where is the role of social services, and what happened to the man?
Yeah. So,
Are you suggesting to me that I could run off with the woman, ravish her, have fun with her, know that she has left her child in a room?
But does the man know she have children?
What do you mean if the man knows she has children? Come on.
She may not have told him that she have kids.
Come, my spiritual advisor, let's not speculate. Right? All that I'm saying
that's all I'm
is,
doing. I'm just speculating.
Well, I don't want you to speculate. The police, I think they have a duty to have charged the man.
But
any male who encourages a woman, either the mother of his children or the mother of his common-law children, to abandon and sleep with him, then he is also responsible and should be charged.
I tell you one thing, she has 9 months in prison to think about when she comes out, how responsible she needs to be moving forward. It no doubt will teach her a lesson, we hope. But obviously she needed some help. She needed help. I don't know what happened, why she didn't seek to get the help that she could have gotten. This is a very strong and powerful social services case. I don't know why, and we don't know. She probably could have reached out to social services. Social services may have known her and the children, but I don't know. It's just that we don't know what happened. We don't know the full case, so it's easy to sit back sometimes and get emotional and judge the outcome. But now, you may know this more than I do. Now, she pleaded guilty. She pled guilty, right? Let me ask a question. Could she appeal the sentence?
No.
No.
Let's don't say no, because we do know that in the case of the pregnant woman who pleaded guilty after being accused of stealing a cell phone that she found, she pleaded guilty, and Monroe was able to appeal on the basis that the penalty was so severe. And the then acting Chief Justice, she overturned it and set the pregnant woman free. So I think this is a similar case, that notwithstanding that you may have pleaded guilty, did she get adequate legal advice, taking into consideration that she would be sentenced to prison for 12 months? And I think that she should not have been sentenced to prison, and that is not to condone whatever sins she may have committed. It's only my opinion.
Yeah. One of those cases, I mean, it is what it is. It's over and done now. So we just
Well, it's not over and done yet, because I think
she's been sentenced. She has to serve the 1 year sentence. And
subject.
I understand that the children are in probably maybe the children in emergency hospital. I guess I'm assuming. I'll have to look at the Guardian. Sorry, I'll have to look at the story to see exactly where the kids were placed. But more than likely, they're in some responsible care until she gets out. And of course, she's going to have to, seek a better way to deal with those kids and to have them taken care of. And then, here's the reverse side of that. And here's where I'm going to, attack these men who get these women pregnant and leave them with these children. I mean, like, what's going on, man? What kind of man are you, all right, that you're going to get this female pregnant? The child is yours and you refuse to take care of the child. What's going on? Obviously, she didn't make the child by herself, all right? Where's the man who is involved with these women and these pregnancies? Come on, man, we have to do better as men. We have to do better.
Well,
why not take care of your child?
Well, don't say we as men must do better.
We have to, Santa. She didn't make that child by herself.
You have to suggest
a male was involved.
Those men who are not playing their role must do better.
Yes.
Because here in the Bahamas, men mind the woman and the children.
Okay.
All right? So don't give the impression.
But the reality is that she have 2 children. Where are the fathers? Or the father, I should say. Let me not assume. Where's the father in all this?
Well, it is reasonable to assume.
And look at what happened. The children were placed in a home. If they were my children, I would go to court and say, listen, I want to take care of these children until their mother is freed or can do better in taking care of them. But it seems as if the man didn't step forward.
But
the children has now been placed in a home.
Well, we don't know what the facts are.
Yeah, okay, I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But go and take care of your children, man. Stop being like that. That's not fair.
And say to the police that this is Freedom March. God save Negro women in distress. God save Negro children who have been neglected. God save the King. When are we going to defend these women? Woman now, woman tomorrow, woman forever. It's powerful. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor. This morning, I had a wonderful Negro lady who called me and said she was writing a poem and she would like for the poem to be read. So I said, you're writing a poem? She said, yes. I said, well, send it, and she has sent it. So I shall attempt to honor my words by reading her poem. Well, let's see what it tells us. It say, now it's streets as busy as a bee. We all said Happy New Year, but hours later, murder appear. Now we are all frantic everywhere. Quote, breaking news, end quote. The order of the day, all social medias coming into play. Reports, please forgive me, of murders, deaths, and so much more. Lord, what have entered our Bahama door? Too much murders in our Bahamas. Dread everyone seem to be losing their head. Sir, ma'am, what more can we say? Come together as one and pray. How did we get here? Known as a, quote, praying nation, end quote. Everywhere is it lack of prayer, love, and unity. We must live in peace, love, and humanity. We must seek God for a plan to save our beautiful Bahama land from the head to the tail, God on board, and let's travail. So this is from, she didn't tell me if I should call her name, so I'm going to withhold her name. Madam, I've kept my word, and to the best of my knowledge, I've attempted to read your poem. And I think it's a beautiful poem, and you must continue to write, okay? Write, it's powerful. So, my spiritual advisor, what do you want to talk about?
Before we go to birthdays, let's go back to
It's birthday times.
Yeah, but let's go back to your story, because I'm reading
Which
this
one?
article.
Which one?
With this 21-year-old
No,
lady.
do the birthdays, and we'll come back to that. Do the birthdays. Let's get the birthdays out of the way.
Do the birthdays away?
And then we can come back to Rao.
Yeah, because something very interesting has now come to my attention.
Read the birthdays, and let's come back to that.
I hope I don't have the curse of social services today. But let's
read the birthdays, and let's come back to the 21-year-old woman that you want to talk about. Read the birthdays.
Let's go to the birthdays. 323-7775. Okay. Let's wish mother. Okay, happy birthday, Mom. I'm celebrating today. Now, she's your birthday, Mr. Munker, so you should have a name.
Okay. Well,
do you know who that is?
You said it's my birthday.
I say, good afternoon, Mr. Munker. This lady,
read.
It doesn't give a name, so I'm sorry, but happy birthday, Mom. We hope you have a great birthday, enjoy your day, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. I'm sorry I don't have a name for you, but yeah, all right? So who do we have next as far as birthday is concerned? We do have a couple. 1, 2, about 3 birthdays, yeah. All right, this young man is celebrating his birthday today. Best Customer Service Ambassador. Happy birthday to you, coming from all your family and friends. His name is Arthur Buchanan. Happy birthday, Arthur. God bless you. Enjoy your day, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Who else do we have? Birthday today. Who else do we have, Mr. Medusa? Yes, this beautiful lady here, Evelyn Delaveau Knowles, is celebrating her birthday. Best wishes to you coming from your family and friends. We hope you enjoy your birthday, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. All right, who else do we have, Mr. Medusa?
I think that's it.
This happy birthday, which is today, Alberta Russell Armour, from her husband, family, and friends in Bimini. A lady on a certain age doesn't tell her age. Okay, good. That's fine. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthday. I think we have one more, right? We want to wish Simone. Simone is a member of the Lord's Church. Happy birthday, Simone. Coming to you from the entire Church of Christ. Happy Park. Your family, your mom, your brothers, and all those who love you dearly. We hope you enjoy your birthday, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, whatever topic you now want to discuss.
Let's go back to your story with this 21-year-old young lady who was sentenced to a year in prison. Now, here's what is being reported in this story. There are a few things that has caught my attention. It's very, very interesting. As we read about this 23-year-old lady who pleaded guilty, all right, to 2 counts of cruelty to children at her arraignment before Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Woke Evans. Her name has been withheld to protect the identity of the minors who are being held at the Children's Emergency Hostel. But apparently, Superintendent Claudette McKenzie Lewis, the prosecutor, told the court that police found the boys, aged 3 and 8, in an unsanitary building at Sampson Street in Nassau Village on January the 14th. She said the children relied on a neighbor for food. Now, according to Mackenzie Lewis, the elder child was left to take care of his younger sibling. When police arrested the mother, she admitted the offense and said that she was with her boyfriend. Now, the woman who didn't have a lawyer, and that was my question, I wanted to ask that question, because obviously it did seem as if she didn't have a lawyer. The woman who didn't have a lawyer begged the magistrate to place her on probation.
Really?
And give her counseling.
Okay.
All right? In an attempt to explain why her children were left unattended without food or water for 2 days, the woman said that she was running low on cash and that her boyfriend was the only person from whom she could get the funds.
Right.
So now we understand why she stayed.
Right.
Now that doesn't justify it.
No. It justifies it.
Oh, come on.
It just.
Anyhow, let me finish.
you're not finished yet.
Let me finish and then we argue.
Go ahead.
Now, she said, I went by him on Sunday. Now, I don't know what this means, but she says, I got distracted and ended up staying.
Okay.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Okay.
All right.
Just read it.
The mother added, I have someone who's willing to take care of them for me. I'm asking, please, for probation and counseling.
Yes.
I need help to take
Yes.
care of my children.
Yes.
The magistrate asked the convict if she had sought help from social services. Now, this is what I find to be interesting.
Go ahead.
The magistrate asked the lady if she had sought help from social services, right? The woman said that she had tried to get food stamps, but social services turned her away because she did not have a voter's card or an NIB card.
Okay.
She explained that she was still waiting on her citizenship application to be approved.
Okay.
Okay, Vogue Evans said the woman had failed to help her understand why she left the children alone for 2 days. Well,
Well, you read it to me.
so she said the court had zero tolerance for parents who choose to abandon and neglect innocent children, causing them to suffer. Okay, yes, well, we understand that. But this is a very interesting story that could have gone another way had she had an attorney. I think she did, she can't afford to take care of the children. So obviously she couldn't afford a lawyer. But let me ask a question. They don't have government lawyers that can be appointed to represent people in court?
You have to kill somebody to get one.
That doesn't make any sense, Sandra. Everyone is entitled to legal representation.
Did you hear what I say?
No, that's what you say. Now, what are the facts?
I give you the facts. Who do you know in the Bahamas has been given an attorney outside of a murder trial?
Well, I don't know. I can't answer that.
So you must accept what I say until you could contradict
Okay,
it.
so I would have to investigate that.
So let's look at the
But this
woman.
is a very interesting story. In my opinion, it could have gone another way. The problem is that she didn't have an attorney.
Yeah.
That was the biggest mistake.
No. A court, and I say this with the greatest humility, the presumption is that the judge is impartial. So the judge has a duty to hear what the prosecution alleges. The prosecution has alleged neglect. The accused acknowledges it. Yes, I did abandon them. So she's not playing any game. But she gives an economic reason, which I told you earlier.
Yeah.
There could only be one reason why a 21-year-old woman would leave her little children unattended. It could only mean that she doesn't have any food. She doesn't have any money. So the average Bahamian man ain't gonna give you no money unless you give them some. The learned magistrate would be aware of the culture. That is the culture. Then she asks a mitigatingly, she says, I need help. Don't send me to jail. Social service ain't give me none. They ain't help me with the children.
Why would social services turn this woman off, though? Why would they turn her away?
Right?
Could you answer that?
No. And so,
Senator, why would social services refuse?
you have the answer in what she testified.
Okay, she didn't have an NIB card.
She didn't have an NIB card, according to her.
So is she Haitian? Well, I don't know.
You have the answer in this note.
Man,
She said,
you're getting so loud for
I'm getting
and banging up on
loud.
this man, table man. What's wrong with you, man?
This table is my table. Between 4 and 6.
Abuse
She
this table, man.
has said, I do not have an NIB card. They requested that.
Or voter's card.
I don't have
What's
a
the
voter's
nationality?
card.
What is the
The
nationality?
most we can say is she says she's waiting for her citizenship
Okay, so
approval.
Okay.
Is she black?
I don't know.
Well, she's black
How do you know?
because of where she lives. White people don't live where she lives.
Nassau Village?
Yeah, she black. There's nobody white to Samson Samson Road or Samson Lane. I just come from the back
that's
there.
Black Village or Nassau Village? Where she
Nassau
live?
Village.
Nassau Village?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right? So she need money to take care of her children. We know that there are many sins that mothers have committed in order to feed their children. And she said she lost track of time. This is a 21-year-old woman. My spiritual advisor say my son is 8.
8, yeah.
The document I read said he was 9. We can argue over that.
Okay.
So the point that I make is the magistrate could have been more lenient. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the magistrate. I'm trying to analyze.
Yeah, just make sure you don't go along contempt of court.
I shall never be in contempt of court. I love the courts too much. So there were hits against this girl. 1, she ain't got no NIP. 2, she ain't got no voter's card. 3, she ain't got no citizenship. Tout le monde haïtien. Pas oublier, Jodier.
Now, I can't understand why would social services turn this woman down if they know for a fact that she has children that needs help. She's been in this country for 21 years.
She was born in this country.
Right. So, I mean,
She was born in this country.
Come on, there's a big difference
And
between
I'm prepared.
being human
I am
and being
prepared
humane.
without the facts to tell you who the daddies are.
But
All right?
yeah, but
It's a
there's
sad day.
But listen, sir, you have to call those social services, man.
You know who's the minister? Who's the minister of social service?
The now minister is
Yeah.
that Miles Loretta?
I'm certain that Miles is not aware of that because in
He's just
Miles'
been appointed.
reign, in Miles' reign, don't mind Miles half white. You can't see the Haitian in him because of his half whiteness. But Miles Loretta is Haitian. So I'm certain that if he knew, one of the discriminatory grounds was the fact that she didn't have citizenship, Miles would have made sure she got the grocery. I have
Stop
that
abusing the
confidence.
table, man.
All right? So all I'm saying is we have to look out for women in the society. We have to look out for the poor. We have to understand the economic argument she's given. I ain't got nothing to give my children. I ain't got no job. I ain't got no profession. They hungry. I 21. The only way I'm going to get some money is I have to find a lover. I have to fall in love. And then the man will reward me. Then I can go to the food store, buy grocery, and take it home. These are real facts. But guess what the problem is? Y'all don't like black people. That's what the problem is.
Right. So now, where are the public defendants, though? Do we have any?
I just told you, they do
No,
not
no, no. I'm
provide you
asking-
with public, what you call it?
Law defendants unless you murder somebody.
Public defendants. Stop saying public defendants. I don't think that's the word.
What do you call them?
Spiritual advisor.
Because, you know,
I have refused to deal with it because a young man has made a serious allegation against them.
public defender. I don't know. I don't know what you call them.
You see how you ain't listening to me, hey?
Sorry, which is now? I'm trying to figure this out. Because remember now, there's a certain country who, when you're arrested, they read you your rights, right? They say you have a right to an attorney, but if you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you, right? So it does seem.
Do not import foreign.
I'm just saying. I'm telling
Do
you
not
that.
import.
Listen to me,
If
sir.
you
I'm
want
just
to
saying.
look
I
at-
hear these rights, and I'm just wondering if we
look.
have public. What do you call, Mr. Medusa? What do you call those people who can defend you in the court? They're government-appointed lawyers, I think. Public defender, right? Okay. I think that's what
I
you
don't
call
know
them.
where you are, but you can show me. Go to Location Services Settings and turn it on. Then scroll to Siri and Dictation and allow location access.
Man, why should leave that woman alone, man? Anyhow. But that may have been her
Let me respond to you.
Unfortunate situation. No, she didn't have an attorney. Oh, boy.
Did you see an article associated to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, which in a very interesting way deals with your question? If you wish for me to read it, let me read it.
Yeah, read it.
Electoral justice
Sorry.
and access to courts under review after OAS report highlights incident, right? Just hold on, goodness me, of access to the courts is under review after a judicial matter concerning the 2021 general elections was unable to be heard ahead of the polls. The matter was highlighted in a recent report by the Organization of American States, OAS, and has since been brought to the attention of Chief Justice Ian Winder, according to Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell spoke on the matter yesterday when addressing the OAS Permanent Council meeting, which included a presentation of the OAS Electoral Observation Mission report on the 2021 general election. And according to the report, a pastor attempted to seek an injunction to prohibit the holding of the election, but was unable to receive a hearing ahead of the poll, impeding his access to the court. So we use a political example. In the case of this Negro girl, one, she doesn't have a voter's card. Two, she doesn't have an NIB card. Three, she doesn't have citizenship. So chances are she's a person of Haitian ancestry. So there it is, all right? And you know, we don't like Haitians. Okay? We don't like Haitians, do we? We don't. All right? But I'm very disturbed over the fact that she is in prison. And she gave the court a wonderful explanation. I had nothing to feed them. So she didn't go and rob the bank or went in that food store in Nassau Village and pick up a pack of sausage and put it under her gown. She went off with a young man who obviously has resources. That's what it is. And so we have to be bold to say it and then work to see how best we can resolve it. Yeah, these are some of the things that happens in the country, and somebody has to talk. So now you see why I have emerged as leader of the woman them, and I shall defend them. Now, I called publicly on Monroe as Minister of National Security and the keeper of the prison in accordance with the law to set that woman free. Asked the Governor General to grant her mercy. All right? I don't want nobody to force me to look at some of the Negroes that we have given mercy in this country. That black girl with no voter's card, no passport, and no NIB, she deserved mercy. Yeah, she shouldn't leave the children home, but ain't nothing to feed them with. But down the road is a charming young man who got money. And if I go eat unto him and submit to him, I can end up with something to carry home to buy food for my children. That's the reality. That's the reality. I say she's a darn good mother. Shall we go to another topic? Because I find this emotionally, yeah. You have another topic you want to talk about?
Well, we're almost at the end of this segment. And
Okay.
the calling segment is at 5:30. But
Okay, so that's next.
It seems as if we can talk about this on Monday, though. The Attorney General says the law would criminalize the institution of gangs. So it does seem as if you form a gang and they know that you're responsible for it, the legislation is going to probably be put in place to maybe drag you before the courts and prosecute you for that. So I guess it's one of those anti-gang laws that they think about implementing. If they can do that, that'll be interesting. The only thing, though, how do you prove if somebody is a member of a gang?
It's very easy.
Okay.
It's very easy. I'm certain that there are forensic evidence to establish who is the gang dog, the gun dogs. Okay? I'm certain. I'm certain. If the Attorney General needs forensic evidence as to who the gun dogs are, it's there. It's in the sound of their guns. Okay? Yeah. This is powerful. Ah, boy. What an interesting society we live in. And so from time to time, we must smile, even though it's very serious matter. This is Freedom March. God save an unnamed Negro woman from Nassau Village who has no voter's card, no passport, no NID, no citizenship, but she's in jail. I don't like it. God save women everywhere. God save King Charles III. I'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Rule is truly my spiritual advisor. Bradley, welcome back to Freedom March.
Thanks so much, Senator. Great to be here.
Any other observation before we start?
Yeah, Senator, before we open the lines, let's see if we could commit to this. Once this young lady is released, let's see if we can find her a job so that she don't find herself in that situation again. I mean, understanding her plight, she's not the only female that resort to desperate things or desperate measures because times become desperate. A lot of females do what she does because ultimately I'm thinking a good woman would not want her children to starve. Now the ends does not justify the means, and because I am a Bible person, I am a servant of God. I'm not saying that you should, you shouldn't sell the bread. I mean, sorry, here's what I'm saying. That what she did, a lot of women do.
Well, my spiritual
because
advisor,
they don't want
you
they don't want their children to starve.
I'm disturbed
So
by your
here's-
suggestion.
But here's what I'm saying, Santa. Let's commit to this. Let's follow this case. The minute we find she's released, let's go track her down, find out who she is. Let's see if we can commit to finding her a job so that she doesn't find herself in a situation like this
I
again.
want to make a more powerful suggestion than that. Let us move to get the court to free her.
She needs an attorney.
Yes, but we have over 900 of them here.
But let me ask you a question. Can you appeal that sentence, though?
Yes, it can be appealed. First of all, any defendant who admits guilt doesn't waste the court time. The practice has been that you reward them by giving them a lower sentence. 1 year in prison is a long time. That's a long time. What is she going to be doing in prison? She would be more productive if she, under social vision is taking care of her children. But now, Bear, your ma gone to jail. No.
I don't know if anybody's rejoicing with that. That's very...
This is a very unkind society.
No, but
all that I say, and I ain't trying to get a clash with you over that, I support your argument with providing her with a job.
Yeah, let's try to see.
But that's 12 months. I say she should be free by Monday.
But it's a process for that to say.
Yes, but that's all kind of lawyers wrong here.
Okay. All right, so we're going to open the lines. 323-7775. That's a very interesting case, to say the least. 698-0775 and 698-0776. Call us if you want to speak with us today. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Yes, all is well. I be honest with you, right? Mr. Senator,
Yes?
Mr. Monta,
So,
what Mr. Road is talking about, just with the wiser, what they should do is just give us the money. He clearly give the government, he get a bond, and the government should give her a job or something, and make sure she got straight to take care of her children.
Yes.
Okay, to start off with.
yes,
That's number one. Okay?
yes,
They take the senator to jail.
yes.
Okay?
Right.
And she's gone by her baby daddy. So you know what happened when she gone to baby daddy? Baby daddy ain't give no money to good. The baby daddy would have sex with her before he give any money.
Yes.
Start off with.
Yes.
That's the whole issue. Okay? And
Yes.
the next thing in the law books, let me tell you something, Mr. Monta. I don't know if you know the law and the law book. Okay?
Yes.
I can show you something. I can teach you something right now, Mr. Monta. In the law book, in your house, somebody break in your house, and you shoot them in your front room. That's a public area. You get charged with murder. Okay, I can let you know that now.
Okay.
Right? That's one thing. And the next thing is, I can let you know. The next thing is, if you fence in your yard and somebody break in the yard, you shoot them in their yard. That's you fence in your yard, wall your yard around and break in the yard. You shoot them, you get charged for murder.
Okay.
And the other thing is that when they give the laws in these books that children to give consent to have sex at the age of 16 years old, and the father got to take care of them at 18. Take care of them until they get 18. Do you think the law and the law book make any sense in the Bahamas?
My spiritual advisor, you want to go first?
No, you deal with that.
I listen. You have my support. You are a
Yeah, let's talk
wonderful
about that another
citizen.
time.
It does not make sense.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller. 323-7775 is the number to call. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm concerned about this, whatever young lady is, right?
Yes.
I mean, the law is there. If you leave your children unattended,
Yeah.
no food to eat for 2 days, in a miserable state, why she should not get punished? Okay, number one. The next thing is how we so down on certain people to go to jail, and Mr. Monica don't want this woman to at least get punished for what she would have done. They're two young children. Children take care of babies.
Yeah, it's abandonment.
Your point, I do appreciate, but you have to look at the whole social context. Her first child was born when she was 12.
13, actually.
All right? So therein lies a problem. The next step is she has given the court reasonable explanation. I asked social services for assistance. They didn't provide it. I don't have any money. So I went out to see what funds I could raise, and regrettably, I took too long. I think it's a reasonable explanation not to send her to jail when we got bigger fish that we need to send to prison.
No, she's 21 years of age.
Yes.
Like the brother said, she needs to go look at a job and take care of her children. That's her responsibility.
Yes,
yes.
But the solution,
Responsibility.
yes, but the solution,
Go to jail.
no. The government has a social responsibility.
You won't have no money to give them now. Their money there and waiting for their 55 years of retirement benefit.
If you're waiting on that, national insurance can't find that now.
I don't care, but
All right?
saying
All I'm saying.
Awful.
Okay then, let me pray over.
Yeah, we
your
agree
expression.
that punishment.
Thank you
Yeah.
very
She
much.
abandoned her children. Yes, that's.
Yes, she abandoned them.
Yes,
Listen here,
we agree with that.
Those children are not responsible for themselves. She's
Absolutely not.
Go and look at job like the Bahamian women do. And a lot of those Haitian women, they are hard-working women.
But-
That's what they decide that they want to do.
I
But
thank
you-
you.
but you
for,
recognize-
my spiritual advisor, end the conversation. I thank you, madam, for your observation.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
In trying to find a job,
Do we have another phone
she
call?
has no voter's card and she has no
My
NID
spiritual
card.
advisor, you know exactly why she does not have
Yeah.
any voter's card.
Yeah.
She is waiting.
Yeah.
All right?
So
to be
what-
approved.
Right. So what happens?
Last week, I went to immigration to check on the girl's citizenship. They tell me they're changing leadership. Hold on a second. They're changing leadership, and you got to wait.
Okay.
All right?
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
We're fine. How you doing?
I would like to send a shout out to Bailey's house,
Yes.
Okay.
coming from the Garner School.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
323-7775 is the number to call. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good
Thank
afternoon.
you for taking my call, Mr. Rowland, Mr. Monka.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to extend a special birthday shout out to Vilma Thompson Curley.
Okay.
She's turning 90 on Sunday. So happy birthday from Shane, Curzon, and Elizabeth,
Okay.
and her grandchildren.
Absolutely.
And we join you in wishing Mrs. Curling Thompson a happy birthday as well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, Miss Curlin Thompson? Oh, okay. Wow.
noticed
I
you
just
were
catch your
not-
name.
I noticed you was
Wow.
not listening.
Sorry. Yeah, we must wish her a happy birthday. Absolutely. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello.
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
Hey, Effie, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Wonderful. Good afternoon, Mr. Monka.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
Wonderful.
Great,
Okay.
great.
Effie,
Yes, ma'am.
I sent in 3 birthday requests on your WhatsApp line, and I didn't see them on the TV.
Okay, you sent a birthday request into 323-7775.
Yes, I did.
What time did you send those requests?
Around 10 this morning.
This morning? 10 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to look into that. Wow, I'm so sorry that you didn't get your birthday request over the air. You want to resend them again?
I did.
When?
Not when the producer texted me back. Said, Belated birthday will be done on Mondays.
Okay, I'll look into it for you. Okay.
So on Monday, we will do it on Monday.
Okay.
So can I give their name?
Sorry.
Can I give my niece's name for today? It's already today.
Oh, go ahead then. Do it live now. Do it live
Okay,
now.
Nada, this is my niece, Nada Rule. She's 26. Tell her aunt said happy birthday. Coming from her mother, her father, Nathan Rule, from Black White,
Okay.
and Morris Rule, her grandfather.
This is
Morris, hold
powerful.
on. These my cousins then?
Yes, they are, yes, they.
Oh my goodness. Well, why you didn't send it to my phone? My number is 814-6096. This is my family.
And I know they're your family, but yes, still, yes, they.
Lord,
Don't play with us.
what is this? Oh, hello?
Yes.
My
Yes.
brother, why you calling me? I'm alive on the radio, on TV. Could you call the... I have to call, I'm going to have to call you back. I'm going to have to call you back, okay? Okay. Jesus of mercy. Yeah. Cuz,
Yes.
I am so sorry about that, man.
Right, that's all right.
Oh, man. Okay. We'll look at it and get it done properly for you, okay?
Thank you very
But
much.
listen, my number is 814-6096, so next time, send it directly to me, okay?
Okay, you said 814?
6096.
Okay, I see.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, cuz.
Have a good
All right.
weekend.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Okay, 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
A pleasant good afternoon, Honorable Senator Rodney Monka. How are you doing?
God save the king. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Mr. Spiritual Advisor,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
I hope your mom is doing well. This
Thank you so much.
Mr. PLP Rick. I
Yeah.
just called to wish, I just called for condolence for the former Minister of Education, Mr. Jerome Fitzgerald. His father passed away yesterday.
Okay.
And I just want to send condolence to the Fitzgerald family. And I
Okay.
want them to stay strong and be praying for them.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
that,
you, God
Rick.
bless, and you
Yeah,
all
man.
have a beautiful weekend and keep the good work.
Absolutely.
One love and God bless.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Lord Rick. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All
God
right.
bless.
One love, brother. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi.
Yes, sir, you're
I
live.
asked the senator why he don't want to talk to me.
Who's that?
I asked the senator, Mr. Monta.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him 2 questions earlier, a little while ago, and he won't respond back to them.
No, I supported your position. I said you were correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's something I want you to look into.
I'll look into it.
You know, it is in law books, and you're the senator, and you've been around very long.
Well, I'm a
And
former
you should know-
senator.
You should know what's going on in the law book.
No, I with you. You are correct. When people are correct on a point of law, I merely salute them. So I salute you, and I thank you for the re-education, okay?
Yeah, I know you cut me off short, and you responded back to me like you talked to everybody else.
All right, yeah, we'll take care of it, okay? Thank you so much, caller. Take care. Bye-bye. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I would like to say happy 7th birthday to Denise Knowles from the Garden Hills crew.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. All right, take care now. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm pretty good. I'm one of the women's first-time caller.
Woman,
Okay,
welcome.
Thank you. I just wanted to say it's unfortunate what happened with the young lady and her kids.
Okay.
And the second person who that's her then. However, I also wanted to say today is my birthday.
Really? Happy birthday.
Okay, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
God bless you.
Wonderful weekend.
Yes, you do
Okay.
the same. Take care. Bye-bye.
Just hold the phone for a second. Hello? Hello?
Oh, Mr. Monta.
Yes? Yes? Speak quickly.
Who sent the person for 1 year?
Yes.
He should have not gone to prison. The market that lady ain't lie.
Really?
Social service. No, she ain't lie, but social service turned her down.
She's-
I've worked for social services and I've seen them turn down people. They turn down Bahamians who have documents, all of their documents. They didn't sit down and listen to the people, business, everything. Only question they don't ask is how much time is have sex. I've still turned them down and don't give them nothing.
Wow.
Okay? The road need to get Mr. Bastian to do a complete audit in social services. The staff, the senior staff, they're benefiting from social services money, not the poor.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, it's the truth.
That's some
I
serious
know one time
accusation.
A lady came here with a baby, and she was there all day from about 9:30, 10 o'clock, waiting on Ms. Donegal just to sign a check for her to get food. I had to take my money out of my pocket and buy juice for that baby. People suffering under social service because the funds are not going to the poor, it's going to the staff. And it needs to be audited.
Yes.
It needs to be audited. They had all kind of over 5,000 food slips and Freeport gone missing. So that 2 years ago, they know who do it, and these people getting promotion after promotion.
Wow.
You understand, Mr. The social services, the voice ministry in the government department to work for. I'm telling you.
I'm going to have a meeting with Minister Wayne Monroe.
That lady might have gone for help, and because she ain't had those documents, people just go there with those documents and still don't get nothing.
Wow.
Wow. I thank you for...
The senior people in social services take them just the poor stuff and pay their maid, pay their gardener, and take care of them and their family. You can get bed, stove, fridge, if they know you, and the poor people get nothing. Social service need Mr. Bastian to do a complete audit in the accounts department and find out where the money is going. I'm telling you that I've seen it. I was the ears and eyes for social service, and I've seen it on many occasions. Senior staff and who you know could get, but the people can't get. So that lady lied. They didn't help her. If she had documents, they wasn't going to help her.
Wow.
That's how they go, because they speak to Bahamians. You know this, to sit there all day and have documents. Only to hear at the end of the day, we can't give you nothing. Mr. Monkey, that's what's going on.
Wow.
That is what's going on, and it ain't no lie.
I thank you. I'm going to have a meeting
thank you so much.
with Minister Miles Maroda. So
They've been getting away with it for too long, Mr. Munker. Too long, and it's still continuing. Mr. Miles Maroda needs to ask a complete investigation into their audit in the accounts department. I know some people
getting money to pay rent, and the social workers them getting the money. And when the people go to investigate, say, I'm looking for apartment, empty lot.
Oh, wow.
I thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
I'll have a
that's quite a
talk
bit.
with Minister Miles LaRosa. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, eh? Thank you. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Go ahead, caller. You there? Did we lose that call? Let's try another call. Welcome to Freedom March Caller. Are you there?
Yes, hello?
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
How you gentlemen doing?
We're doing fine. How you doing?
No, I'm getting better.
Good.
I want to send a birthday request to my mother, Daisy of Bristol.
Okay. Go ahead.
With this tomorrow.
Okay.
Just want to say, yeah, my mother, happy birthday, man. I love you, man.
This is powerful. God bless you. I just loved sons when they declare publicly their love for their mother.
Absolutely.
God bless you, eh? And happy birthday to your mother.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yeah.
Yes, you're live, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah. How are you?
We're fine. How you doing?
Great.
Good.
Uncle,
Yes.
listening to you speak, the situation of the young lady is most unfortunate, and she needs all the help she can get. Now, up until September 2021, you had a guest, a co-host. Tell my good cousin sitting there, you had to call in to be on the show. So therefore, I don't see why you can't call in that same person.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Don't talk to me in parable. Who are you talking about?
Man, that ain't no problem, but you know who your co-host was up until September 2021.
Be bold, be brave, and call his name.
Wayne Monroe.
Okay.
The head of the Justice League.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so therefore
Yes.
you should not have any difficulty getting somebody to assist that young lady.
I shall call on Minister Wayne Monroe. I thank you.
Very much. Hey, guys, that's how you deal with Rocky, eh?
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
All right, take
This
care.
is powerful.
323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March. Caller, you live. Caller, you there? Okay, we lost that call. Let's try another call. Welcome to Freedom. We lost that call. Welcome to no more calls. Okay, well, okay. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
It's President Advisor, Brother Montgomery.
Sir.
Listen to me. You know, you can't make no wrong, no right or no wrong. That lady, she left those children. Suppose those children that just came across a march or something.
It did not happen.
Yeah, that's the post.
Let's do this right now.
It did not
That's the
happen.
post.
I understand it didn't happen, but let's
Right.
do it right. It could have happened.
It didn't.
It didn't happen.
That,
though.
that'll be two children be on Friday.
It did not happen.
It didn't happen.
You have to deal with her in a way.
I'm going to talk to you.
I understand.
I'm going to talk to you in parable. I'm going to talk to you in parable. Put that Negro man on hold. I'm talking to you in parable. There once lived a woman who was also faced with those situations. Let us not forget. Bring him back.
But that woman never leaves them children. Never leave her children abandoned.
Let's leave that.
Never.
Would you please leave that alone?
Okay, but what I'm saying,
Oh boy.
I'm glad that they're building that urban renewal thing now in Nassau Village. At least she'll be able to drop the children there next time. I'm sure she has a family member she could have left those children with. I'm trying to say what type of beast that is she going
Hang
to
up
sleep
on
with.
this Negro man.
Yeah,
Hang up on that.
Guys be running out too much, man.
I do tolerate him because of biological reasons.
Yes.
Outside of that, I would curse him.
The police need to be fired. They shouldn't lock that woman up.
I agree with you. I quite agree with you. I don't like how this was handled. Talk more, woman. Hello?
Are you there, caller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, say some more things. Go ahead.
Anyhow, that's all you wanted to say, right?
The police need to be fired. The police shouldn't have charged that woman.
I quite agree with you. I thank you for your strong position.
Thank you, caller.
Let's help the woman down. I call on Bahamians everywhere. Let us help mothers of children. We all have had a mother. We all understand the sociology of our country. We all know that we have had some serious social problems in our nation.
You got a call?
And so, you know.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
welcome to Freedom March, caller. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to send a special happy is a birthday to my mother who's celebrating her 64th birthday today.
Okay.
That will be Deborah Johnson.
Deborah is your mother?
Deborah Johnson.
Yeah.
64th
Really?
birthday today.
This is powerful. Tell Deborah I send my special greetings to her, okay?
Yes, thank you.
She's a wonderful mother, so God bless you and happy birthday to her.
Thank you, thank you.
All right.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon, spiritual advice, and good afternoon, Senator.
God save the king.
You got 60 seconds. Go quick.
I'm calling to concur with the lady who called concerning social service. I am in total agreement with her. Something has to be done with social service. You could go to social service from 8:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you don't need that after 3.
Wow.
They take some of these senior people off the food program, say they have to be reassessed. They never call those people back no more. Some people, when you listen to their story, they took them off like 2-3 years and never called those people back to give them any sort of help. So the lady would say she went there. That is the truth. I totally understand. They turn a lot of people away.
I thank you.
Thank you so much, caller.
For the information. We shall speak with Minister Miles LaRota.
All right. That's all the calls. But Sandra, for you mothers who have these children, and if you have to go out for whatever reason, try to find someone who's responsible, who can take care of your children until you get back, rather than leaving them unattended. Please, because, you know, there's no excuse for abandoning or, you know.
While I hear what my spiritual advisor has suggested, I want to know when the police can pick up the daddies. That's what I want to know. Certainly there must be some father, and I want this anti-woman activities to stop. So when you lock up the mother, bring me the daddy. That's what I want. Okay? Woman ain't make no baby by themselves.
No.
And men have a duty to mind their children. All right? Do well, everybody.
Have a good weekend, folks.
Do well. Let's pray for that woman in prison. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save poor Negro women in distress with their children. God save King Charles III. Miles LaRota. What are we going to do? God save Miles LaRota. Take good care.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved. Freedom March is powered by BTC.